like your money was just slipping through your fingers. Like no matter how hard you worked, by a week after being paid, you didn't have money left. Well, that was me. A few years ago, it just felt like I would get my paycheck and then my paycheck would be gone within a week. I needed to figure out a way to ensure that although I was making a great income, that my money was lasting past Friday. So, my name is Amor Porter. I am a financial coach, a mindset coach, and a dream life coach. My goal is to help women over 40 realize their financial dreams. And it first starts with our finances. So a couple of the things that I realized was that I was making impulsive purchases, like traveling or Amazon. And on the weekends, I feel like cooking, girl. I would be eating out, or my family and I, we would go shopping. And then after going grocery shopping, I would take them to get something to eat. And so I would feel bad about myself. And I had to realize that a lot of my money habits came from not just me, but that I was kind of programmed by culture to be broke. So for instance, research shares that usually our behaviors start between the ages of 0 to 7. So we've seen different behaviors, and as we get older, we just start to believe it's the norm. It's the norm to eat out all the time because we see it on TV all the time. It's the norm to order things from Amazon because Amazon is all around us. And so I had to begin to create habits to ensure that I was able to save money. So a couple of things that I had to break the habit of was, one, impulse spending. I used to justify going shopping as I deserve it. I had a tough week. But this jacket or this dress wasn't helping me achieve my financial goals. So the first thing I do now is I pause before making a purchase. Sometimes you gotta ask yourself, is this something that I truly need, or is it something I just desire? The second thing I was doing, I wasn't budgeting. I didn't keep track of my expenses. I would check my account and make sure I had the money in my account, but I was not tracking. Spoiler alert, that never works. So a budget isn't a punishment. It's actually a tool for freedom. We have to get clear on where our money is going and track our spending. And one of the things I learned from that was I was spending a lot of money eating out, especially after I went grocery shopping. So one of the things I did was made sure, hey, that I ate before I went grocery shopping. And I would make my favorite thing at home, eat it, and then go grocery shopping. And that saved me and my kids a lot of money. The other thing I was doing was living above my means. And although I earned enough for a vacation, sometimes I was taking a couple of vacations in a year. Or maybe even upgrading my phone every Christmas. So one of the tips I had to, or one of the things I had to make sure I did was start cutting back on things that didn't add value to my life. So sometimes you gotta ask yourself, like, is this gonna add value to my life? If it's a vacation, sometimes vacations add value to our life, most definitely. But I needed to save for that vacation versus just taking a vacation on a whim. The other thing was the fear of financial planning. I was terrified to look at my financial situation, to look at how much debt I was in. So I just ignored it. But facing your finances is the first step to controlling them. It's like I was allowing my finances to control me instead of me being in control of my finances. When I was able to turn these things around, after a group of friends were going on vacation and I didn't have the money to go, I realized that something had to change. So I started setting small, achievable goals, like saving 10%, like investing 10% into my retirement, starting an emergency fund. It wasn't easy at first, but over time, I started to feel empowered. And that feeling is priceless. So if you found yourself doing any of the things that I've mentioned, I want to let you know first, you're not alone. But the good news is you can turn it around just like I did. Starting small, setting realistic, and most importantly, stop sabotaging your own success. Your future self will thank you. If you're ready to take control of your finances, subscribe to my channel. We have lots of tips for you. And sis, we can do this together.